I'm going to show you an image right now. This was the real monster of this game. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
This man here, he is the
I know.
biggest monster of the game.
Can you imagine sending poor Grace into the Renwood Hotel? I mean, what?
Did the stutter, was that your choice? Was that the director's choice?
That's a great question. I think, honestly, naturally, because the scenes were so anxiety inducing, like I felt the anxiety as we were performing it. I didn't know that Grace was one of the lead characters. I kind of just thought I was going for a job. And I was like, oh, this is going to be really fun.
Nick, who plays Leon, what did he teach you about gaming, and did he kind of tap you into the world?
He just knew every reference. And, when Raccoon City popped up, he almost cried, I think. He was like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
he
That was
absolutely
cool.
loved it.
You don't have anxiety or anything like that, or kind of nerves doing this stuff?
I wasn't nervous when we were filming. I think in part because our cast was so, so close. Except actually, I lie. I take this back.
I knew I'd get it out of you.
Take this back
Yeah.
completely. I
Yeah.
was really nervous for.
Ladies and gentlemen, look who we have on the show this evening.
Hello.
Angela, it is a pleasure. It is an honor. How are you this evening?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. I'm very well. I've got my cup of tea here in my
Oh,
cold London
beautiful.
weather. I'm very happy. Very
Strong
doing good.
tea. How many sugars? No sugar?
No sugar, just good old milk. Just a good old English brew with some milk.
Yeah. Is it English breakfast? Is it, what is it?
It's actually yeah, I mean sort of. It's like builder's tea. But
Are you
it's
tea
good.
over coffee?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Me
One
too.
coffee a day. One coffee a day, about 10 cups of tea a day. I drink
Yeah,
so
really?
much tea. I run on tea.
Even when shooting
Oh
RE9?
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. All
Yeah.
types of tea. Well, we had so much like honey ginger lemon tea for our voices because we were screaming so much. So we had like constant flow
You
of tea,
did have
like
a few screams, didn't you?
just
Oh,
one or two peppered in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever lose your voice or anything?
You know what? Funny enough, I didn't. And I'm
Yeah.
I'm someone who like if I get ill, I often lose my voice. So yeah, no, I don't know how. You know why I'm convinced I didn't lose my voice?
Yeah.
I think you lose your voice when you're shouting, but you're trying to like suppress the scream. But if you are
Mm,
screaming in like a very animalistic, free way, then
interesting.
you don't lose your voice. It's kind of like, I mean, they used to
I get
teach us
it.
this like in like voice classes, like the idea of a baby. A baby can scream and cry for hours on end without losing their voice because it just comes out so freely. They're so uninhibited with their
Mm.
cries. And I'm convinced that maybe that's why, because I also on RE9 was just like, well, I'm terrified.
What,
No one's here but me and the monster or the zombie, so I'm just gonna let it.
when do you remember the first scream you did? Was there like, is there that anxious feeling I'm about to do this for the first time on set, or you didn't feel that?
Well, the first scene I think I filmed, it was either the first scene or on my first day,
Mm.
was the gurney scene. So when I'm strapped to the gurney upside down. Um,
Yes. Yes.
and that was the first scream.
I think I've got footage here. Let me find it.
Oh wow, you've really got footage. Look at you.
So you're telling me
Oh
this is one of the first the first scenes?
I
Geez,
find
they
it so.
throw you in the deep end. My goodness.
I know they really did, but you know what? It was so
All
good.
right.
It was a very complicated scene because it was extremely choreographed, sort of like a dance, honestly.
Mm.
Um, there were all these beats to that scene that we needed to hit. Like, you know, first of all, she wakes up, she doesn't know where she is, and she kind of realizes she's upside down. Then she feels her arm and the pain of the needle, and then she clocks the blood.
Mm.
And there were all these very specific beats. And the movement of the gurney moving back and forth was, I think, I can't remember now, but like 4 times, before the fall. And obviously, you see, there were all these people around me. So we everyone was sort of
Yeah.
prepared and ready to, have me move and then make sure that they let go at the right time so that I didn't get injured. And so, yeah, but that was one of the first things we did, which is kind of crazy, but we loved it. It was such fun. I like all the like actiony kind of, let's just lock her
That's
down
the
or
fun
put
bit.
her on a
Yeah.
rope and drag her. I love it. It's really fun.
I've got a bone to pick. Now, I'm going to show you an image right now. This was the real monster of this game. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
This man here, he is
I
the
know.
biggest monster of the game.
Can you imagine sending poor Grace into the Renwood Hotel? I mean, what? What was going through your noodle? No, that's absurd.
Oh
I know. I
man,
know.
he is the real monster of this game. What was he thinking? What kind of boss is this guy?
You feel like it's time to face the past. No, it's not. I can
Oh,
run. I know.
far out.
But hey, it worked
No.
out.
So walk me through the journey of this game, how you booked it, and like the whirlwind of emotions that came with the whole kind of journey, please.
So the audition came to me actually during the writer's strike in the States, which had a real ripple effect over here in the UK.
Mm.
And I had wanted to do horror for quite a while, just because
Mhm.
I always thought horror is such a challenge for an actor. The stakes are so high. You have to imagine so much of your surroundings, and the predators and whatnot.
Mm.
Um, and my agent sort of sent it my way without knowing that it was Resident Evil. Because they're very secretive, especially at the audition stage.
So what was it?
And
Apocalypse, I think, what was the name
yeah,
or something. Yeah, yeah.
so I was told it was like a zombie apocalypse game,
Mm.
and I did a little digging because obviously it's right, these
Yeah, yeah,
audition
yeah.
sites. And
So you figured it out, did you?
I figured it out.
Yeah,
I
okay.
put it all together and figured it out. Very grace of me.
Yeah.
And um, and then I went to my audition here in London with Kate Saxon. So she was the one sort of running all of the auditions. She was our
Mm.
performance captain. And I actually never dress up in character for my auditions. I'm like, I've never done that before. But because it was a video game and I had never auditioned for a video game, so I was like, why not? Like, I actually had a very similar outfit to what you see Grace wear when she walked into the Renwood Hotel. And
Ah,
so
okay. Yeah, yeah,
I brought a backpack, like I wore glasses. I really just went, I was just like, fuck it.
yeah.
Like,
Good on
let's
you.
see if it
Yeah.
works. And then I just had a lot of fun in it. It was a lot of improv, our audition.
Yeah.
And I remember the walls at Spotlight are very, very thin. And of course, I'm screaming a lot. So I was like, God, the poor actors next door. I felt so bad. I was like, I'm just ruining their auditions because I'm screaming bloody murder for like 30 minutes. But it involved a couple scenes, which actually didn't make it into the game in the end. And
Oh, really?
I think they were sort of like often they give you dummy sides, we call
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Kind of
Um,
fake scenes a little bit. Yeah,
fake
yeah.
and then a lot of improv. So
Improv. What do you
imp
mean? So
well,
what would they
because
do?
I think because obviously Grace had to scream and cry and
Mm.
to such high emotion levels very quickly. We did a lot of, the one I mainly remember was like a 3-minute death scene where
Sorry.
I know, I had to die over like a
Oh,
long period of time. And and she was so good. She did this also when we were
oh,
actually, she would kind of
all right.
like say, "Oh, now the zombie's bitten your left arm. Oh, now they're on your right side of your neck. Oh, now it's your foot." And so you had to be like reacting as she was, kind of giving you the direction. And then the cry had to be like a death cry, but it had to be really, really slow. And the whole idea of like you're choking on your breath. I don't know. We did all sorts of things.
Did you ever ask her, did she try this on other people or just you?
No, I didn't. I should ask her that.
I,
I should text her. I'll text her and be like,
it's
"Did
a,
you do?" on everyone.
I feel like she knew it was you and then kind of pushed it a bit. You know what I
Maybe,
mean?
maybe. I think I was just so down for it. I love improv. And I think I was just
Yeah.
like, I'm never, to be honest, and I think I approach this with every audition. You don't know if you're ever going to get to do those things again. So you're like, I'm just going to go for it and have fun with it. Like, this is also just for me to enjoy. And I just really had fun.
So
So
you don't have anxiety or anything like that, or kind of nerves doing this stuff?
this stuff, I mean, I think I was nervous. I'm nervous before every audition. I don't think any actor is ever completely calm. I don't get nervous with I wasn't nervous when we were filming. I think in part because our cast was so close. We genuinely got along really, really well, which was such a gift. And then
Yeah.
also the team at Imaginarium were wonderful.
Yeah.
And I think they were very aware of a lot of the things that we were doing were very taxing in a way, like emotionally or vocally or physically. And so they were just always like on the ball, trying to make things easier for us in any way they could. But I don't get nervous. I don't know why. Except actually, I lie. I take this back.
I knew I'd get it out of you.
Take this back
Yeah.
completely. I
Yeah.
was really nervous for my mum's death scene. That I
Really?
was nervous
Why?
for.
Is that because on the script it says you've got to do this crying and
Yeah.
that sort of thing? Yeah. Okay.
I think every actor, when they first film something of that, like, we need you to get there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's pretty
So
heavy. Yeah.
shit, can I get there? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
you do.
I hope I can. But it came, I mean, Jane Perry, who I adore, who I know you've met
Yeah,
Jane.
we've had her on the show. She's
Yeah,
brilliant.
she's
Brilliant.
great.
Yeah.
Um, we connected really quickly, and so I think we had like kind of a natural bond. And yeah, that scene just ended up going so much better than I thought it was gonna go. We didn't do it that many times.
Mm.
I think we did like 4 takes.
Really?
Yeah, but we
That still seems like a lot. I mean, by the
no,
fourth take, no?
oh no, you can do like so many takes.
For a crying scene, really? I
Oh
mean,
no, maybe for a
how much
crying
crying can you
scene.
do? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think that's why for a crying scene, it's true. You do way fewer because
Mm,
you just give it like 150%, and then you do that a couple times, and it's hard to recreate
correct. Yeah.
that.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, so I was nervous for that. I won't lie.
So once that was done, were you confident with it? Did you think
Yeah,
you got it? Yeah.
I felt a lot better.
Mm.
I felt, I mean, that scene, that was a really intense scene. And I remember the one which they used in the final cut or
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
final game. After it, like I couldn't really stop crying. I was
Oh,
like,
really?
sometimes it just kind of hits you, and then you're like, oh, I feel, oh, why is this
Yeah,
me
yeah,
crying?
yeah.
You know. But once I got there and I did that, I sort of felt like I could do any of the other scenes because losing your mom, I mean, your mom being beheaded in front of you, yeah, it's pretty intense. So I was like, okay, if I can do that, I can do the, you know, Emily transforming, I can do fearing that, you know, I've killed or left Leon behind, scene where I think my leg's gotten chopped off, like all those other things I felt just more comfortable doing.
Oh, I love that scene where you think that the leg's chopped off. That was
Yeah.
brilliantly done. That was
So they did a great
sensationally done.
job. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I remember because what they often do is they show you, now I've forgotten the technical term for it, but they
Yeah.
show you the like rendering of what they want
Oh, okay.
to somewhat look like in terms of the technicalities
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
and the movement. And I remember when they played it for us initially, I was like, I was on watching it. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is going to be good, really, really good. We sort of just had like a poll. There was just a poll coming down, and then it was like, this poll. you know, and then you're now your legs chopped off. So yeah, it's good fun.
What does the girl look like on set? Is there anyone there playing that role?
Yeah. There was an actress playing that role who I believe was formerly a dancer, and could move, like contort in ways that I have never seen before.
God, really?
Yeah, so they had someone playing the girl, which was, I mean, amazing, very, very helpful. Wasn't like a tennis ball on a stick, you know, which sometimes you get or used to.
They must do something with it. Like, I guess they tell you have to look up higher, because I'm guessing this person isn't 7 foot tall, are they?
Yes. Well, I had that with Tony, who played Victor, because
he's 7 foot. Yeah, he's too. Yeah. Gideon. Yeah.
Yeah, Victor Gideon. He's quite tall. And then with Emma Rose, who played Emily, she's a little girl, but the actress isn't quite, you know, that small.
No. Yeah.
And so we would laugh so hard because her eyeline, my eyeline was like her boobs. So we would come and be like, I'm so sorry. I have to look.
That's fantastic.
I love so much. And her and I hug so much in the game, or you know, like I'm holding her and get stuck to each other all the time. Like literally the Velcro. And then at the end of the scene, we'd be like, don't break, because we were trying to keep the scene going, but also like try not to make noise with the Velcro as we come apart.
But you're not actually holding her, right? It's a fake hold?
Well,
no,
like the way that they film it at moments, I would be kind of going to pick her up, and then the doll would get placed in my arms. So we had like a little dummy Emily.
That's hilarious.
I had photos with that doll. I should find those.
You should post them, yeah.
Well,
no, you guys had great chemistry.
Photo shoot. Oh,
you and Emma. Yeah.
She's the best. She's just a fabulous actress. That whole transformation scene, I don't know if people know this, but like when Emily transforms,
she did it.
She did that entire transformation, and she was flipping around and contorting her body and doing all sorts, and she went for it. I remember being like, again, didn't need to really act. I was just like, wow.
But see, I feel like I would laugh. You know what I mean? But you're not in. No, I don't know. I mean,
I wish. So I want them to release that footage so badly, because you know they've got, you know, all the cutscenes you just showed me of behind the scenes, the BTS.
Yeah.
I might just have to reach out to them and be like, guys,
there's more
footage, because it's so good of her like thrashing around on the floor and then getting up and sort of having like she was so good, so good.
Well, I mean, I feel like they've got all the footage somewhere. I mean, because a lot is shown just in this little 5-minute piece, but I guess they don't want to show everything, do they?
I find it so funny looking at our faces. We'd laugh so much when we were on set as well, because there were monitors obviously that just had like the 4 faces or however many actors were playing the scene.
Yeah.
And we would just go up to the camera and we would be like, whoa, and do all these funny faces. And it was just too good. It was too good.
I don't know. I feel like if people are acting like a zombie, I would laugh, but that's why I'm not an actor and you are. So,
hey. When you get great actors acting like zombies, it's pretty scary still. You know, the voices that can come up. And I mean, Victor Gideon, Tony, his voice alone was like chilling.
That's not his real voice. He puts that on.
Yeah.
Like for the game. Yeah.
He doesn't sound that scary.
Thank goodness. No, I feel like he was channeling the Joker or something from The Dark Knight, or I don't know. What do you think?
He had that like.
You know what I mean?
that airy quality to his voice at
Mm.
times. But I also thought, you know, at moments like Voldemort has that snake
Yes.
hiss. There was a little bit of that in there, but he had this like incredibly slow, you know, he did that kind of neck thing. It was so good. It was just freaky.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, how did the character evolve from the shooting, or was it kind of on the page from the start?
Well, we got our scenes sort of in chunks as we went on because we filmed almost almost 2 years on and off. And what was really nice is we filmed chronologically, not necessarily scene by scene chronologically, but sort of chapter by chapter.
That's
And
great.
so I knew where Grace needed to end up in the end. Um, but then she also had these little arcs, I think, within each chapter of the story. Like she would meet Emily, and that sort of kicked off this whole other part of her where she had to be the protector for someone, and she's never had to do that. I think Grace changes a lot. So get to see her obviously in the flashback with her mom, and I cared a lot about making that scene feel different in the sense that, you know, she's still an introvert and she's still sort of, you know, a techie kid. And I never thought of her as being a very kind of social or having loads and loads of friends in school. I think she was quite inward and contained, but she's not stuttering. She feels very comfortable chatting and being sassy with her mum. And she also, you know, likes physical touch. So she reaches out for her mum when her mum walks over to her. I felt like then going forward in the game, you know, Grace really struggles with just interacting with people and eye contact and being very direct. And I think I just felt like it was very important that you saw how she was when she was with her mom before all of the, you know, the trauma and the chaos happened. And then you see after the aftermath. Does that make sense? That was a bit of a
100%. That physical acting that you do there, and I noticed it in that Gideon scene too. You kind of there's like this noise, the distraction, and then you kind of come back. Is this just you improvising the scene? This sort of stuff?
I mean, I think I just knew who Grace I just kind of knew who Grace was very early on. I don't think Grace and I are identical. She sat very comfortably in me.
Mm.
And so I just, I knew how she would hold herself. Like I feel like I'm already starting to change how she might sit or things, but like she would just, she's more contained in that way. She doesn't really like, she kind of looks up at you from an angle, you know, and she's just, I think, uncertain of who she is at the beginning of the game. Um,
And you think
and
she finds it by the end?
I think she finds much more of a purpose in her life,
Mm.
especially in, you know, I know the guy, I know her boss is kind of the villain, but equally she did have to face her fears and kind of overcome
No,
them.
he. I
So,
think he was
you know what
kind
I
of, yeah, yeah,
kind of knew what he was doing, maybe,
yeah,
but bit of a cruel way. But you know, I do think she went on that journey,
yeah, yeah.
and she also, I think, found power because I think so much of the heart of the story for Grace is her relationship with Emily.
Yeah.
Um, Finding this young girl, feeling protective over her,
Mm.
feeling almost motherly despite being young and not thinking about motherhood herself, but she
No.
cares deeply for this young girl and morally, she just wants to do what's right and protect her, despite being afraid of her as well at the beginning. Um, so yeah, I think there's real heart in those bits with Emily. And that's why also when Nick, Leon, Leon, um, I don't know if I'm allowed to say all these spoilers, but I'm guessing it's fine. Yeah.
We'll put a warning up.
Okay, great. When Leon kills Emily, it's so heartbreaking for her because Emily is the first person that Grace has felt connected to or attached to since her mom passed. And the fact that Emily dies too in her kind of at her hands, in a way she feels so culpable that she couldn't save Emily. She feels immense guilt. I think there's even a line where she says like I've done it again.
I tell you what, this scene was disturbing to me. The amount of times you tried to, resuscitate her, it's just not working. I thought it's a bit early for her to die. You know what I mean? I thought, wow.
It's brilliant because you think that she's alive. You think that Grace has managed to resuscitate her, and she hasn't because she transforms. It's like 3 times as heartbreaking. And the fact that, Grace isn't yet accustomed to this world. Leon is, but Grace isn't. So when Leon kills, Emily transformed, oh, here we go. Here's Emma Rose flipping.
This is all her.
It's all her. Every hand movement, every eye movement, it's all her.
Now, I don't think I've ever seen someone like you look so terrified in a game. I don't know how you did it. I really don't.
You know what? I'm not even like, I don't think of myself as, oh, that's not true. I really do. Horror films terrify me. I am very jumpy. But I'm not shouting in my everyday life. I don't really like scream and shout and.
Like if someone came behind you now and kind of jump scared you, would you?
I would jump. Oh,
you would jump.
Oh yeah, I'd jump out of my seat.
Okay.
So get that from my mom. My mom has it. I can just go, Mom, and she goes, oh.
Yeah. No, it's
But in this bit where Leon kills Emily, transforms Emily, I still see Emily in her. That's how much she grew to love Emily over the course of the game.
Yes.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I mean, look at these facials. Yeah, it's a powerful scene, I tell you what. And that's what makes it.
That was my favorite scene.
Yeah.
It really was. I loved this scene. All the scenes where, weirdly, Grace was losing someone she loved, like even the bad ending, I loved doing that when she felt like she'd let Leon down and lost him. Those are sort of the most fun to play because the stakes were so high. They were like the all is lost moments.
My brother was playing it. He got the bad ending the first time, and he's, man, that can't be the ending. No. I said, just get through the credits and then you can play the section again. But they told you about that ending. They told you there was going to be 2 endings.
I can't remember exactly when they told us that. I think they told us in our last block of filming that there would be 2 things. Yeah, I think they told us in our last block of filming, but we didn't know exactly every single scene that was going to be shot when we first started on the job.
No, of course. Yeah.
And actually, this is kind of crazy. When to do the read through, I think because there's so much secrecy around games, especially like a Resident Evil game, I didn't know that Grace was one of the lead characters. I kind of just thought I was going for a job. And I was like, oh, this is going to be really fun. I thought I was like in the beginning
That's hilarious.
Of the game.
So when did you find out you were kind of a lead?
On the first day. No, on the first day.
Okay, right.
They did the through of sort of all the images, and they showed us things, and then I was like, oh, I think he is through the whole game. I remember calling my dad, and I was like, I think I'm in the whole game, Dad. And I was like, this is really cool.
What did he say?
He was excited. He was like, that's Yeah. And also, as actors, you're always like, how much of this am I going to be in? Like, am I going to get cut out?
Yeah. Do you
So,
find there's a different reaction when you say you're the lead in a game versus a show or a TV or you know what I mean, or a movie?
yeah, I mean, I think probably, yeah, because I don't think a lot of the film and TV community has quite caught on to how huge the video game world is. I really do think it's sort of the future. I mean, it's the present, but it's also a huge part of the future.
Mm.
And games are becoming so unbelievably cinematic. And I think the storytelling is on another level. That I think they're just people spend so much time with the characters. So they get so connected. They don't just watch a film for 2.5 hours and fall in love with the characters. They sit with them. They play it once through for 10 hours, 11 hours, depending how good you are. And then they play it over and over and over again. And so you become bonded. You care so much for these people. You want them so desperately to survive and succeed.
Mm.
And I think it's just this new level of there's like a new level of humanity that I think is coming into games.
Yes, definitely.
That I just think is so beautiful and exciting. And I also think as like an actor, it's such a fun challenge, the motion capture, because you are doing theater, like doing theater in the round, but you equally are performing for TV and film because your audience is right there with you, like literally on your head. So it's really freeing in a way that I didn't actually expect it to be. Because I saw the suit, I saw the helmet, I saw the whole thing, and I thought, uh-oh, how am I going to
Well,
do this?
I feel like you could also get those subtle emotions out that maybe theater you can't see in an audience that you
Yeah,
get in this game. You know what I mean? Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
So it kind of blends everything. Did
Yeah.
the stutter, was that your choice? Was that the director's choice?
That's a great question. I think what happened was we had one or two scenes. I think it was when she was speaking to her boss, where she sort of repeated what she said. It wasn't quite like a stutter. But like when I'm nervous, I stutter a little bit. Like that comes out for me sometimes. And I think honestly, naturally, because the scenes were so anxiety inducing, like I felt the anxiety as we were performing it because you're putting your body through that emotion over and over again. Like naturally you're gonna feel that nervous like you have to kind of shake it off in between takes sometimes. And I think it just sort of kept coming up, and I didn't want to overplay it. Like I didn't want it to be too much. I wanted it to be real and authentic. And I have a friend who has like a real stutter, and
Mm.
I know when it comes up in like certain moments when they feel more anxious, when they're around people that they don't know.
Mm.
It kind of gets exacerbated, when we did those first one or two scenes
Mm.
and the stutter came up, they really loved it. They felt it was like a really good representation of Grace's emotions and her emotional state in the game at the beginning of the game. And then obviously with the world that she's moving through. So it just became a part of her of
Yeah.
her.
Did it kind of subside a little bit by the end of the game, or am I misremembering?
No, it does.
Yeah.
You know, I think it does, but it's also that she becomes stronger
Yeah,
or
of
more
course.
more capable of putting herself pushing her fears aside and standing up for herself and for others.
Or even the gameplay, she holds the gun more steady towards
Byrne.
the
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I remember we played with that a lot because the gun, obviously, for Leon is really light. Like he's
Yeah.
held this forever. The muscles in his hands were so used to
The
that gun.
Requiem. Yeah. The big boy
But
gun. Yeah.
for Grace, that's a heavy gun, you know, like she really needs two hands to be able to hold it up, and then she's got to aim, and then she's got a monster. Like I felt like the shaking in the whole body, you know what I mean? So naturally it would come into the hand.
There's so many cool details in the game, I tell you what. Um, I know you're a bit of a bookworm. What do you think? What's the companion piece for this game, do you think, in the book world?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't really read like horror books.
You read, what do you read? What's your
I'm not
style?
really a horror book kind
No,
of girl.
I know. I didn't think you were. I didn't think you were. Maybe there's a romance that can
Like a
kind
Stephen
of
King. um, what do I read? I
Yeah,
read
what
all sorts, like
yeah. Fiction or non?
all of it.
All of it.
I
Yeah.
genuinely, I have the same thing with film. I love a little bit of everything. I love drama, I love comedy, and same with my performance. You know, people always ask you, you know, what do you prefer, comedy, drama? And I'm like, I genuinely like everything.
Yeah, I'm
I
the
like,
same.
I think, I also think as an actor, it's important to be able to do everything. Um,
Mm.
and it keeps you warm. Like it also it keeps you kind of scared because now, for example, I'm like, oh, horror, great, I can do it. Like I can play scared. But if the next job is a comedy, I'm like, can I be funny? Like I can't remember. I don't remember all the comedy. So I think, yeah, uh,
What
yeah.
are you
But
reading at the moment?
I'm reading. Oh, it's so bad. I forgot the name, but it's on my Kindle. I'm traveling a lot, so my brother bought me a Kindle for Christmas.
Yeah.
I my Kindle. I'm not going to lie. I was a bit of like a book snob. I was like, I will never have a Kindle. Like I need to feel the pages in my hand. I still feel that way, but it does. It's so nice because you can read. I read a lot of like philosophy, so I can read like dip into that, and then I can read my. I've just read Anthony Hopkins' autobiography.
Oh,
Biography,
yes.
so good.
Yeah.
Um, and then I can dip into fiction. Like I love the Kindle. I'm completely and utterly converted to the Kindle.
So if
Anyway.
I asked you, top books of all time, could you give me any that you must read in your lifetime?
Oh wow. That's
Is it
The
too
Alchemist.
much of a question?
The Alchemist is
The
one of my
Alchemist? Oh,
favorite
yeah.
books. I read that almost every year. Downloaded that to my Kindle the day I bought Kindle because
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I really believe in reading The Alchemist in January. I don't know why, but like
What,
I
every
always,
January?
yeah. And it will always
Really?
mean something different to you. Depending on where you are in your life, you will read that book and something else will pop up for you. Another
Oh,
amazing book is The Year of Magical Thinking.
okay.
Joan Didion, amazing. Heartbreaking, but beautifully written. Um,
Heartbreaking's tough for me these days. I
it,
don't know what's changed in me,
it,
but I need a bit more uplifting, I
I
don't know.
get that.
Mm,
I also love like women-centered stories.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
Three Women by Lisa Taddeo, so good. I love Elizabeth Day, Magpie, really good. That's kind of like a thrillery, just that's like a great read. Um, I could go on.
You
I
could go
love
on. So, but there's no horror.
no horror, no.
There's not even close to a
No,
companion
but
piece you can give me.
I love a good mystery, but I'm not
Yeah.
like a straight horror. I don't think I've ever read a horror book. I wouldn't
No.
know where. No.
Or someone leave a suggestion for Angela
Yeah,
in the
genuinely.
comments,
Please
guys.
do. Not too
Yeah.
scary though.
Not too scary?
No, more like a
Well,
psychological horror.
I'm
I
sorry,
love
but didn't you watch a bit of Saw to prepare for
it.
this role?
You know what's really scary?
Yeah.
The ride at Thorpe Park. The
The
Soul ride.
the Saw, right?
There's a ride. Like I love roller coasters. I'm like a crazy
What?
roller coaster fan. I'm
Okay.
actually um I'm hopefully going to Universal Studios very soon.
Oh, nice. Yeah. They've got
But
great Indiana Jones ride there with the
I,
ball, with the, the thing that
do
chases
they
you.
still have the Hulk ride?
I couldn't
There was
tell you. I haven't
a
been there in years.
child. I went. My dad also loves rides. My mom hates rides, and my brother hates rides. So my dad and we got up at the crack of dawn, like right when the park opened, and we managed to do the Hulk like 3 goes in a row with no lines. It
What
was
is it? What's the ride?
oh, it's just like a massive roller coaster in the theme of Hulk. Really fast, flips you upside down. It's
Oh, I don't remember that
so
one.
good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope it's still there.
I did do
But
one upside down one, and I get sick from those. Like I get really ill when you
not
go
me.
upside down, the flips and everything. I don't mind
No,
going fast. It's just the upside down.
I actually love that feeling of your stomach dropping. That like
You love that feeling.
love it. I love it. I don't know why. Even when you're in a car and it's like really, really fast, you're like love it. I don't know why I have that.
um,
Hey.
so tell me, with Nick Lee, who plays Leon,
Yes.
what did he teach you about gaming, and did he kind of tap you into the world and kind of the crazy fan art that comes out of these games and the fandom and
He did.
yeah, he told you
Well,
everything.
first of all, he was so wonderful when we first started filming because a lot of us, the other actors, the British actors, we hadn't ever done motion capture. So it was all really new to us. And he
Mm.
gave us all the tips and tricks and would say, make sure you wear this under your suit, just all these kinds of little things that you don't necessarily think about. And then he was really helpful because I obviously knew about Resident Evil, but I wasn't, a super fan the way he is. I didn't
Oh,
know all the lore. I didn't know all the little details of the story. And when we were walking through the full sort of, yeah, like storyboarding almost of the project, he just knew every reference. And when Raccoon City popped up, he almost cried. I think he was like,
oh, yeah,
he
that was
absolutely lost
cool.
it. He
Yeah,
lost it. And it
yeah,
was so special to have. It sounds a bit like, but it was really special to have like a super fan in the room with us because I think it made all of us go, we have got to do this justice. Like
yeah.
people care so, so deeply about this franchise and this
Mm.
story. And also, we're creating a really new version of it, which was a bit nerve-wracking because you don't know whether people are going to like it or not, especially a character like Grace. I mean, I remember like just before the game coming out, I literally said to my parents, I was like, it could go really well or it could not, like people might not take to her because she's very different. She's a very different heroine for the franchise. And you just don't know how the
Were you going to
public.
be okay with that though, if it didn't take, or would you have been gutted?
I grew to love her so much that I
Mm.
think I would have been sad that people didn't understand her.
Yeah, yeah.
I also really hoped, and I think it landed, that people who haven't seen themselves on screen or, in a game before as a heroine or as a lead character finally did. And I think that's really, really powerful when you have that day where you go, oh, wow, that's me. Or I'm like that. I'm just, I've beaten myself up about, being the shy one or being this scaredy cat or being the this or the that. And actually, yeah, it was an honor to sort of do that
Yeah.
for the franchise. So yeah, but I do remember I was a little nervous.
So when the reviews come out, right, and it's stellar reviews, nines, tens everywhere, praising the performances. Everyone's taking to the character. How are you feeling then?
I was really overwhelmed, like with love and
Yeah.
just a really beautiful way. Like I remember Nick said to me before it came out, we were together,
Yeah.
and he said, just, be prepared because the fandom is real, and, they can, they're passionate. They care about, they're very
Oh
passionate.
yeah, they're passionate, all right.
That for better and worse, just, like, be aware of that. And
Yeah.
I was, again, as I said, I was really prepared for people to maybe not take to her. So I was
Yeah.
just going, I hope this goes well, but it's out of I did my part, and
Yeah.
I just have to hope and pray that people, enjoy it. And so then genuinely, I read, maybe I should stop, but like I read
You've
every
read a
DM
lot?
that
Oh
people
yeah,
have
yeah.
sent, every single DM. And you're all so kind. Like, people are so, so incredibly kind. The messages of exactly what I hoped, of people saying, "Oh, I've suffered with anxiety my whole life." And to
Mm.
finally see the character on screen that I really relate to has just moved me in such a way. I mean, one person sent me this message and literally made me tear up. I mean, people have been so, so kind, and also so welcoming into the Resident Evil family. It's been overwhelming in a good way, in the best way.
Yeah. But now you can say to people, I'm the lead character in the fastest selling Resident Evil game in history.
Is it the fast? Is it really
Yeah.
in history?
In history, yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, first to 5 million. It was the fastest to 5 million in history. Yeah. So I
That's
mean, if it
really,
keeps going, I mean, it will. It'll hit 10 soon. Not maybe not soon, but eventually this year, I would have thought, which is just incredible. Yeah.
I think it's also, for me, who has more of a knowledge or a background in film and TV and stage, when I hear that number, it's impossible to get 5 million people to the cinema to watch a film. It's so hard to do
I
that.
know.
So to
No.
know that that many people have watched our performances, it's just wow.
It's
For an
weird.
act,
It's crazy, isn't it? Because if you
crazy.
put that in, you couldn't even. It's like, how many big stadiums is that? 200 or something crazy. That many people. It's pretty bizarre.
It's
Um,
yeah.
have you played it yet?
So I played the beginning a little bit, like
Yeah.
the first. So everyone keeps wanting me to stream. Okay.
Yeah. Are you going to stream it? Are you thinking
Everyone is
about?
asking
Do
me
you
to
think you'll
stream.
stream it or not?
I think I will at
Yeah, you
some point.
should. You should. You really should.
I'm gonna be terrible though.
Oh,
I'm
that's
a little,
fun. Who
I'm
cares?
not gonna be very good. But
Yeah.
I genuinely, I played for 30 minutes and I really enjoyed it. Um, but now that I think I want to stream it, I'm sort of not playing it. I'm like, I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna do it all in one
You're gonna
go.
do it live. Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
do I do it live? Is it live? Streaming's always live, is that
Well,
right?
I mean, you could pre-record it if you wanted to. It's up to you.
That's
That would be
really
kind of a video though, not a streaming. Because if you do it live, I mean, you'd have the chat there helping you and stuff. It's up to you.
so when you stream, again, you're educating me. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
all
yeah.
new.
Yeah, I know.
People sing to me as I'm streaming, as I'm
Yeah,
playing.
and they're very helpful too. They say press this, do that. They're pretty
Oh,
helpful. Yeah, yeah,
oh, I need that. Okay, then I
yeah,
will do that. Because I think what my fear was is that I would be so bad, people would just be like, I don't want to watch
yeah.
this. Because I'll be like, where do I go? Where do I move? What do I do?
No,
Um,
no, yeah.
I
There's
also want to stream it with some of the other actors. I think that would be hilarious. Um,
yeah,
to get like the
definitely.
Resident Evil crew together. We all
100%.
live that far from each other. I'm like, just come
Just come
around.
over, yeah.
We'll have a little stream. Um, yeah, we're all
Yeah.
like, what are we doing?
Well, you gotta get all the
But
gear and everything. I don't know if you've got the gear, but maybe
I don't
Nick
know
can help you figure that out.
what's the gear.
You need to capture the gameplay and you need
Right.
all that sort of stuff. Get the
Yeah.
streaming softwares and everything. If you need any help, just let me know. I'm happy to help you.
I might take you up on that.
Because no, the fans would love to see you play through it, and you know, some little stories might pop up in your mind that you've forgotten as you're playing,
Yeah.
seeing a scene, and you know what I mean.
Totally. I
Um,
also
so
think people will go, oh wow, she's a lot more like Grace than she thinks because I at everything.
yeah, but
Every
the you don't sound like Grace. I tell you what.
no, my voice doesn't. My physicality isn't really like Grace's either. But I think
Oh, there's the essence. Yeah, yeah, of course,
there's an essence, and I think
definitely.
also with every actor, like when you are playing a different character, you're sort of just finding like the slither of yourself that is like that person and
Mm.
10xing it, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
finding you within that person and then just like really leaning into it. And I think, yeah, there have been moments in my life where maybe I have felt like Grace. And so then I've just leaned into that.
So but you have looked up the cutscenes and looking at the comments and stuff, haven't you?
I've seen I don't really look up things. I'm too scared. But my friends have
What do
sent
you
me
mean you're too
cuts.
scared? What do you mean
I
you're
don't
too
know. I
scared?
just get I feel overwhelmed. But my friends have sent me a lot of the cutscenes, and I loved seeing the BTS. The BTS got me really excited because I think a lot of people didn't know that we did motion capture. And it's really funny
Yeah, yeah,
because I can't imagine having to do what we did in a booth. To like, I think the reason people are saying the game feels so real and they feel right there with us is because we were able to use motion capture.
yeah.
Sort of took it to another level. Um, yeah, yeah.
Do you think so? If Grace was to be in another game, do you think she would she wouldn't be as nervous now? You know what I mean? She'd know how to handle herself, so it wouldn't be the same sort of horror gameplay. You'd have to give that off to another character. You know what I mean?
I I think she would. I think she would still be pretty scared.
You do?
Yeah. Not as scared, definitely, as Grace at the beginning of the game,
Yeah.
but I do still think
She's not quite there yet.
she's
Yeah.
not.
She's not going to be spinning, kicking
Also,
zombies yet.
also because when you think of the time that that game, like in terms of literal time in which she was in that situation, it
Yes.
wasn't actually, it's not like she was kicking ass for, or she wasn't really, but for 3 months. It was probably,
Yeah.
48 hours, was it? Would we say?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something like
Um,
that. Yeah.
I think, I actually think what would happen is
Mm.
she would just be able to sort of self-regulate a little bit more. And and by doing that, she would allow her more analytical side to like come to light. I always felt that Grace is super intelligent and,
Oh, yeah.
she will assess a scene, assess a room, and sort of kind of put two and two together in a way. And I
Mm.
think in this game, there were moments where like she couldn't do it because she was so afraid. But I think in a different version, I'd be able to lean in the next version, if there is a next version,
Yeah.
I would be able to lean into that side of her a little bit more. But I still think she would be afraid.
If this was it, you never got to return to her, would you be satisfied?
I would be very satisfied with where she ends up. Like I feel
Yeah.
like I left her and I was like,
So you'd be at peace if you never
no,
played the character again.
no, I wouldn't be. I'd be so sad. I'd be so sad. I would miss
Yeah,
her.
you would. No, I'm
No,
glad you're
no.
admitting it.
I
Yeah.
mean, I
There's
watch
more to tell.
very weird thing as well when you don't look exactly like the character, but you have the emotional and physical like memory of doing the scenes. So I watched the cutscene of when my mom died, and I'm watching Grace.
Mm.
I feel like it's me, but I also know it's not me because I'm looking at a slightly different looking person. But I remember all the kind of motions that we went through while we were filming it. And like I mean, I think other people teared up too, but like I teared up as well. Like it's just a bit of a strange thing, because she has my movements and she has my facial movements, but she doesn't look exactly like me. So it's not like doing you know, an animated film where they really don't look like you at all. There's still things where I remember how I stood, and I remember doing that, and I remember looking up in a certain way. So I feel like I see myself, but I also like don't fully see myself. It's a because she looks
Uncanny Valley or something.
yeah. But I think in a way it also creates this extra level of empathy, because then you go, I both love her because I played her for so long, for 2 years, but I also love her as like a third, like there's a third person in the relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, um,
Did you meet her, the face model?
I did.
Was that trippy?
I met her in LA. She's lovely. Yeah, it was a little trippy. Not gonna lie. It's like, I have looked at your face for so long.
That would be trippy.
It was a little trippy. It
Yeah.
definitely
That's so funny.
yeah, so funny. It is so cool.
Yeah. Did
I
you?
haven't met the Leon face like model.
No. He's a bit younger, the face model, and they've kind of, I think they've made him a bit older for this game now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because he was for the,
Of course,
when he was 20 or whatever, yeah. So um I think he's a Spanish guy or something. Italian
Oh,
or
really?
something. Yeah. I've got a feeling, yeah.
What do you use name?
Edward, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Good looking motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah. Not gonna lie. Very attractive.
um, as we wrap up here, what was that last day of shooting like for you?
It was really emotional.
Was
It
it?
was
Yeah.
very, and weirdly, not not fully like, I knew I would see the cast again. I just knew we would cross paths at events, and we were all friends by that point. So like I see Emma Rose, Emily, who plays Emily, all the time. I saw her today, actually. I saw her this morning. I saw Jane last week. I saw Kay. I saw Nick the other day. Like I see the cast all the time, but the Imaginarium Studios family, who were the people holding down my legs when I was on the gurney and putting the helmet on, like you get very close to all of those people, and they were so lovely. And also the team in Japan, because we knew that we weren't going to get to see them again very often, at least. I mean, maybe we'll go to Japan, but so I think that was actually the harder part, was saying like goodbye to Imaginarium, and you know, hope to see you again soon, but don't know. That was hard. But I think that's the same with most projects, because it's more standard that you see the cast for other events and things like that, but you don't get to see the crew, and that's hard.
Yeah. I mean, I hope you get to do it again one day. I really do.
Me too.
Let's fingers crossed, eh?
I love her. She's yeah. Oh.
Oh no, you really hell of a performance, Angela. Really fantastic performance. Really impressive. And thank you for giving up some time today. I really appreciate it.
Of course, thank you. So nice to meet you and chat. Had so much fun.
Is there anything you want to say to the fans quickly?
Just thank you, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being so kind. Your words, I read all of them. I genuinely am reading all of them. I can't reply to everyone, and but I'm looking at the fan art. The fan art is incredible. Keep tagging me, because I look at it and I like it. I'm trying to like as much as I can.
Yes, you're on Insta and Twitter, yeah? Are you on TikTok?
I'm not on TikTok.
Okay.
But I'm on Twitter and I'm on Instagram. I'm way better at my Instagram than I am Twitter. If you tag me on Instagram, that I will definitely see.
Follow her. Links in the description, guys. Make sure to follow her.
But just thank you. Thank you for loving Grace the way I loved Grace. And I hope you enjoy playing the game over and over and over again.
Can I quickly, sorry, before I let you go, where is your accent? What's the background on that?
So I'm half Italian,
Yeah.
half American, but I grew up between London and Italy. So I went to an American school when I lived in Italy. I lived
God,
in
that's a
Italy.
mind fuck.
I know. I sound like I was born in an airport. That's like the best way to describe it. Or I sound like I have the transatlantic accent from,
What
way back when.
What do you think you sound like most?
Honestly, it will completely depend on where I am. For
Oh, you pick
example,
up the mannerisms and stuff.
today I'm obviously
Yeah.
in London.
So you're British today, yep.
All my London friends, so I probably sound really British on this interview. You might find an interview of me on the internet where I've been in America for a week with my mom. I will sound 100% American. I never sound Italian, but I
Do you
flip-flop.
speak
So
Italian?
yeah, I do. I
Oh,
do.
you do? Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is your mum have an Italian or American accent or what?
My mom has an American accent, and my dad
Right.
has sort of he's got like he's Italian, but he grew up in Brazil. So I know, it just gets more and more complicated. But I don't know what he
Uh,
sounds. He sounds, I think, to Italians, he doesn't sound Italian, but to non-Italians, he sounds super Italian. Does that make
yeah,
sense?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Um,
100%.
but yeah,
That's so
I've seen
funny.
that a lot. A lot of people are like, is she Irish? Is she Australian? I've gotten everything. Some people think I'm Scottish. I've really gotten everything
Yeah,
under the
you
sun.
would. Yeah.
On any given day, I'm
But
something
we've
else.
debunked it now. You're 70% British, I'm going to say. What do you think?
I don't know
No?
because
You don't agree?
I just I don't people
You've
always
got
ask this and
You're
I
not picking
really
a side?
I just there's a part of me that feels very American, a part of me that feels so British from having grown up here my whole life, and then or a lot of my life, and then a part of me that feels so Italian. So it's really hard to
Okay,
pinpoint.
can you tell me this question?
Oh no.
Let's say you had $100 million. Where's your forever home? What country is it in?
This is really good. You're gonna be like, wait, now I'm really confused. Are you ready?
Yeah, go on.
Idaho. You're like, what?
Oh my God, you're funny.
How did
Idaho. Okay. Right.
I I I grew
Far out.
yeah, I've got family in Idaho and I started there about 10 years ago and I feel so I love Idaho. It's random,
That's
but
so
hey, or
funny.
Italy, I've got to say, if I dream life
You
back and
got
forth,
one in each. Yeah.
Italy and then Idaho, Italy and then Idaho.
Yeah.
Completely different, by the way. Whole people like everything, the food couldn't be more different.
I was gonna
Um,
say, yeah.
but yeah, so
Oh, that's funny. Before I let you go, absolute last one. Can
yeah.
Grace say anything to Dan? Just something little or something. Can she come out and say something here to finish this off?
Okay, wait. Now I need to think about it. I hope to see you soon.
No, thank you, Angela. Make sure to follow this lady everywhere. And we're going to be having you back on the show one day, I hope. Please,
I would love.
Angela.
Thank you so much. It was so fun chatting with you. Thank you.